vulgar, it's blasphemous. I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up. Come on, let's go down. All right, keep your shirt on.
Loveline's meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes. Oh, yes. Phone number, 1-800-LFEE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist.
We need to figure out a new way to introduce me, I think.
No.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Let me explain what I'm trying to do in life, and I suggest everyone within the sound of my voice do the same thing. Economize.
I understand that.
You get a little rap going.
But maybe there's an easier
You know, like
way.
when Carrot Top goes, ow! You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's all he needs to do.
All right. Why think of a joke when you can just go, ow! You know what I mean? And
gives you time to think of a joke,
Pauly
too.
Shore goes, hey, buddy. You know what I'm talking about? And like Flip Wilson goes, here come the judge, or I don't know what the hell Flip Wilson would do. But the point is if you can come up with enough of these sort of catchphrases, well, here's the idea of life, Drew, and you're missing out 100%. The idea is to do stuff so repetitively that you can actually sort of fall asleep and go through life.
No, I understand. I'm just
You know what
actually
I'm
wondering
saying?
if there's a clearer way.
I can drive my car asleep from here
actually-
back to my
I
house
know you
every
can.
night, and so
In fact,
can you.
I got scared when you drove behind me tonight.
I saw sparks flying out. How much metal did you catch on the way out last night, by the way, Drew?
I wasn't aware that I went faster than usual.
Oh, my God. Drew leaves this parking lot.
Well, after being with Jerry McGrath all night, you know.
Yeah, you're hot dogging it, leaving the parking lot. Drew drives his car like not only, I was going to say a rent-a-car, but worse. Because people have a sort of quiet dignity, at least, when they rent a car. Like you're borrowing a rent-a-car from someone you didn't like. He leaves the car, he launches his car out of the Loveline parking lot and just catches metal each time. And you don't even notice it, do you?
No.
You know, it's amazing that someone could coddle the human body, yet abuse the automobile like you do, Drew.
Yeah. Everything works out in a balance in life, doesn't it?
Ow! Yeah, thank you, Carrot.
Well, I actually meant to talk to you off the air about this. In fact, I think there needs to be a clearer way to present what I do.
Board-certified physician.
I say internist. Internal medicine specialist or
board.
This business, I don't like this business. Are you a doctor? What kind of doctor are you? That just drives me crazy.
Yeah, but listen, idiots are going to say that all the time, no matter what.
What is physician? I don't know.
Board-certified physician.
Well, that gets confused. Just physician and addiction medicine.
All right. You're going to have to put a formal request in, and it could take.
Really, I'm a board-certified internist.
Okay. It's going to take some weeks, Drew, because I got a rap going now. All right, speaking of cars, I was at the car show today.
Oh, you went? How was it?
Yes, big-time boner. I started chubbing up for this last night, as you know, and I love a car show. You know what I love about the car show?
The cars.
Yep, just one big pile of cars. Piles and piles of cars. And I made the mistake this year of they had the Porsche, the Ferrari, and the Lamborghini sort of exhibit right as you walked in.
Wow.
This is a mistake, by the way, because this is like, it's like going to Chris and Pitt's or Ruth Chris or Laurie's or some place that's known for prime rib or steak, and then going down the road to the Sizzler after.
Right.
It's a bad way to approach life, because when you go from the Ferrari and the Lamborghini, and then you walk out and you go into the Kia, you go, oh my God, what are these throwaway cars? Please, you're looking at a $25,000 car and you're just laughing your ass off. Well, there's nothing here. Everything looks like complete junk after you hang out in the Ferrari section. But anyway, one thing I did want to mention, which I thought was interesting, is, you know, when the guys get up there and do their spiel, they have the women up there talking about how much horsepower the car has and so on and so forth. One of the places, and it was only one, had a guy doing sign language up there. And he was signing and talking while the person was doing their thing. And I thought, well, there wasn't really anybody standing around watching but me. And I was focused on the guy who was doing the sign language, so he probably thought I was deaf, or at least dumb.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he was going a mile a minute, and I thought to myself, they're probably just doing this as some sort of, politically correct thing to try to, look good. And then I thought, if there was one deaf person in this whole place, they'd probably buy this car just based on them having this guy.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good idea because this guy's probably only costing them $50 a day.
Right.
But the thing I couldn't figure out about the sign language was when the guy does the mouthing, you know, he mouths.
No, he spells. He spells.
Oh, is he spelling with his mouth?
No, spelling with his
His hands. What's he doing with his mouth? This guy had peanut butter or something.
Speaking.
He's speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't speaking like the other guy
Well,
was
he was
speaking.
going A, B, C, D, F, A, saying the letters as he spelling.
He's saying the
word.
letters?
Yeah.
Is that what lip readers do?
No.
Well, why wouldn't he say the words so the lip readers could...
Because he's a lousy signer, probably. Oh, he charged them $50 a day.
Well, I didn't go look at the guy's pay stub. I'm just guessing. He seemed pretty good. I'm just saying, why would he say the letters with his mouth if he was doing the letters with his hands?
A habit. Because he
I don't know. He was doing it really, really pronounced. I mean, with his mouth.
Yeah.
Someone call in and tell us
You
how
lip
that
read.
works.
If you're using your eyes to read, why do you move your mouth?
I'm using my eyes. He's doing the hands.
It's like lip reading.
And he's doing the mouth. But he's not doing the mouth to what the guy's saying.
He's spelling.
Why spell with your mouth and your hands, Dillweed?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Why read with your eyes and your mouth?
I don't know. Okay. The point is it got kind of funny because at one point the guy said, and all 97 Celicas come with a 2-liter twin overhead cam, 122 cubic inch engine with a 10-to-1 compression and the 560 duration and a 460 lobe on the cam and 122 horsepower and 135 peak pounds of foot torque. And the guy was just going insane with his hands. I think he was just scatting at that point. I don't think you would have gotten that. All right. If anyone knows how this sign language thing works, tell me what the guy does with his mouth. He wasn't saying the words that the other guy was saying, Drew. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
All right. Phoenix.
Yeah,
You're 17.
almost 18, yeah.
Okay.
What's going on? Phoenix?
Yeah.
What's going on? You gotta stop smoking so much pot.
No, actually, I have bronchial pneumonia right now.
Ah, well.
No good.
See what happens when you smoke so much weed?
Yeah, that too. But,
Drew, you can always spot a guy smoking a lot of weed, can't you?
Yeah, immediately. It takes 4
great.
seconds.
Dr. Drew is right.
You know why? Because when you get stoned, you think the whole world slows down, but it doesn't. You slow down,
yeah.
and then everyone else just looks at you and wants to know why you're going so slow.
In the history of medicine, there will one day be a neurologic syndrome coined after what people develop when they do a lot of this drug.
Hesher
and
syndrome.
Now nobody wants to talk about it.
All right, Phoenix.
Okay.
So you got pneumonia and you smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, that's the start of it. But anyways, I've already got quite a few piercings, and I'm looking at getting about 4 or 5 more in the period of a day. I already had both my nipples pierced and...
See, that's 35 a week, Drew.
In one day.
What do you want to have done?
I'm having my lip, my tongue, my septum, my eyebrow, and the inner cartilage, one of my ears done.
What's the inner cartilage? The top part?
No, I already have that done. That's
Or they just dip in further?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You know, one day they're just going to have a big hoop like what they used to pull bulls around by their nose. It's just going to go from one ear. It's going to loop over your head and go in the other ear.
Oh.
What you found a reputable organization that will do this for you? Phoenix?
Hold on, he's cleaning the resin out of the bone. Phoenix.
Yeah.
Dad just walked in.
Oh, I see. Phoenix, here's the deal. You've gone from barely employable to absolutely unemployable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you interested in working?
Yeah.
You want to work at a head shop or a video store?
Like head shop, hot topic, you know.
That's what he wants to do.
Oh, okay. Well, no problem then.
It's interesting how the employment range narrows as the expression narrows. You know what I'm saying?
Right. One piercing, it like, all right, you can't run for Senate. You know, 2 piercing, well, you could work at a restaurant, you know, you can always start your own business kind of thing, so on and so forth. But when you start really getting into multi-piercings, it's pretty much bouncer to strip club. Wait a minute. That's not a bad gig.
That's what I basically do.
That's what you do now?
Well, a friend of mine's dad wants me to start working for him under the table and this and that, but I'm considerably large.
You're 17.
How large are you?
6'6", 245 pounds and built.
And you're going to work as a bouncer at a strip club?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
All right.
But, you know.
Very casual approach to life, Phoenix. Why are you so pissed off at your parents?
I've always been pissed off at my parents.
I know. Why?
They knocked you around a little bit when you were younger?
Well, my ex-stepmom did, but that's a different story.
It's not even a story. It's the primary story. It's the story we're talking about.
All right, but you see, your plan, although diabolical, is sort of retarded, which is I'll get back at my parents for screwing with me by screwing with myself.
Or I'll screw with all of society by screwing with myself and thereby end up shooting myself in the rear end of the process. Because you limit your employment status, and then you get even angry at the world, the same world that created a mom that would knock you around like that.
You get pissed off because society has ostracized you because you look like a character, like an extra in Con Air. You know what I mean?
A character from a Clive Barker movie.
Yeah, it looks like something out of Thunderdome or some nonsense like that.
Well, anyway, obviously, each added piercing carries its own risk with it. I don't know if these piercing organizations will do more than a couple at a time. There are good organizations out there in terms of the training that they put their personnel through, and if it's a reputable organization, they will be the judge. Sounds to me like doing, particularly cartilage and tongue, and eyebrow.
I'd rather get in an accident.
The cartilage in the ear, if it gets infected, will dissolve. You can lose your pinna. You can lose the whole ear. The eyebrow is one of the most common types to reject, and the tongue, I have my own concerns about.
All right, Phoenix, let's see. Take all the money that you're currently putting into piercings, put it towards some therapy, and then you won't need any more piercing.
Even boxing or something, some other way of... He's angry. He's a huge guy. I mean, he'd be gratified doing something.
Get a heavy bag. Oh, boy. Matt.
Hi.
Can you believe the state of this sad country of ours?
Can't believe it.
You're 33. What's going on?
Basically, sometimes it seems like I go to the bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
And I told the doctor, and I said, shouldn't you check me for something like, I don't know, some prostate thing or something? He said, nah, you're too young.
He thought you were coming on to him when you said that.
No.
How frequent is frequent?
Well, it depends. I mean, on the one hand, I don't know if it's just because I drink a lot of water. Like I was on a flight just last week back from the East Coast, and we were in the air probably and on the ground for maybe 6 hours. And, you know, I got up maybe 8, 9 times to go to the bathroom.
Hey, Drew, how does that crap work? Because I have noticed myself going long periods whilst drinking, coffee and tea and that kind of stuff, and nothing. And then, for instance, the other day, I went and used the bathroom before a semi-important meeting, like with a bunch of people kind of thing in a boardroom, and about 10 minutes into it, had to get up and excuse myself and go take another leak. And had to take a leak by the time the meeting got to the end. I mean, I took a leak about 4 times in an hour.
There you go.
And then there's other times when I go the entire day without doing it.
I know you. If you go the entire day, it's because you have not been taking any fluids.
Is that it?
Here you go every 20 minutes.
I know. I'm going right now, by the way. No, but, Drew, there's some nights when you and I are running back and forth to that bathroom all effing night, like dogs. Like, I sniff around where Drew peed, and then now I get a little pee there, too, and then Ann comes around and pees.
Well, one of the important questions is, are you putting out a large volume every time? If it's a small volume each time, then it can be... Either of you. It can be anxiety.
No, I'm big volume.
It can be irritation of the urethra.
Well, here's the deal. Like
irritation of the prostate.
On the flight, I had, everyone else had their complimentary 1 or 2 cups of Coke, and I had 3 12-ounce cans of apple juice, 3 Perriers, and a...
All right, you should be getting up every 10 minutes.
Were you flying first class, Matt?
No, I utilize Coach to its fullest extent.
Well, Matt, you must have dropped like $40 on beverages.
No, they're free.
They keep them coming.
Oh, yeah, you just ask them, say, hey, I'd like one of these.
Yeah, see, I wasn't hip to that. I forgot.
Well, here's the deal. My grandpa died of prostate cancer. My dad was told that he should take something called Hydrin.
Hydrin. That has nothing to do with prostate cancer.
But something about an enlarged prostate, because for a long time he often has to go to the bathroom.
That's right. And an enlarged prostate has nothing to do with prostate cancer.
All right.
And you do not have prostate cancer.
Okay.
There are no signs of prostate cancer.
And every guy gets it eventually, right?
All males, if they live to 100, will get prostate cancer.
How old was your grandfather?
He died like in his 70s.
Of prostate cancer?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're 50, 60, you need to begin getting carefully screened. This indeed could be a prostate symptom, prostate inflammation, prostate infection. And you ought to see a urologist if you're dissatisfied with the primary caretaker that's seeing you about this. It sounds like you're a little bit more than that.
How about that MRI?
What about it?
Could you check one's prostate via the MRI?
Sure. But you usually use it to follow treatment of prostate cancer more than anything.
Yeah, well, could one opt for that instead of the finger? You know what I'm saying?
You were complaining about $1,200 for a viable use of the MRI.
A viable use. I got a wart on my palm, for
As
Christ's
opposed
sake.
to 2 seconds with a finger where you get the same read, maybe even better.
Listen,
That's a $1,200 MRI.
2 seconds with the finger equals 2 hours of anything else, please. I just mean if you're, you're an eccentric celebrity,
Possibly.
and it's worth it for you to pay, not to have a guy's hand in your ass.
I don't know that, but it's possible. It's probable.
All right. I'm saying my ass is worth it. I would start saving right now if I knew that was viable. I'll buy my own machine. Claire,
Hi.
you're 14.
Hi. I have a 30-year-old guy who's my friend's boyfriend. He's in my friend's boyfriend's band, and I was hanging out with him for about a period of 3 months or so, and I started to think it was kind of weird. A 30-year-old guy hanging out with a 14-year-old. So I stopped hanging out with him. I told him, I don't think this is appropriate, and that happened 6 months ago, and he's still calling me and still coming over and still saying stuff. Huh?
Tell your dad.
My parents don't seem to care. They see nothing wrong with it.
What?
Nope. He's kept me out till like 3 in the morning some nights, and my parents have no problem with it. I've tried to say things to him like, don't you think...
You gotta get your team together.
They're already moving.
What?
We're putting a hit on your parents.
Oh.
You living there?
Yeah.
We're going to need you out of the house tomorrow between noon and 4:30.
That big? You need that big a window?
Yeah. We're pretty backed up over the
We're
holidays.
using some radioactive material or something?
No, I'm just saying we're like the gas man. We may you don't know when we're going to show up. We only have limited resources.
Yeah, of course,
There's a lot of people that need to be snuffed.
I see.
Well, I was just wondering, I've told this guy flat out, I don't want to be around you. You're strange. You're 30 years old. You want to hang out with a 14-year-old. When I'm 30, I'm not going to hang out with a 14-year-old.
Correct. Hey.
Yeah, but that's what I used to say.
No, but he doesn't seem to get the point. He still comes over, and my parents are so happy to let him in and tell him I'm here.
Well, tell your parents you're not happy.
No, I told them.
Where are your parents right now?
They're out.
They're out of the house?
Yeah. I mean, my parents, they're very strange. Like, they would get upset if I were listening to a show like Loveline, but they don't have a problem with me staying out till 3 in the morning with a 30-year-old. Very screwed up. I don't know.
Your parents are still together?
Yeah.
How old are they? Kind of.
Are they religious folks?
Actually, yes.
How old are they?
In their 40s.
Is this guy part of the church or something, this 30-year-old guy?
No. I mean, he not the same. He is religious, but not the same church as my parents.
Do they know him from something other than his molestation rounds?
Nope.
No, they don't.
No.
Well, I'm labeling your parents sort of nutty and irresponsible. Claire sounds pretty wise for a 14-year-old. She sounds like a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
And she sounds like she's pretty good at laying the law down or being assertive.
If you can't, police. Call police. Till you're being harassed. You don't leave here, I'm calling the police. That's it. Look, nutballs like this, sometimes you have to be very clear to the point of bringing down militant structure.
Yeah.
You can't get your parents help you, get the community help you.
I went to the car show today with a couple of guys I went to high school with.
Which ones?
The Wees.
Of course.
And Gil Gabber. These guys, they weren't looking to buy, needless to say, over at the car show.
But they probably hung out a long time in the Ferrari section.
Oh, yeah. Living large. And we got to talking about 17-year-old girls and 16-year-old girls and 18-year-old girls, and everyone was sort of licking their chops. And we realized, or at least I realized, that I don't, and it's not what you think, but it's kind of what you do. I know a lot of guys that would really like to get a crack at a nice 17, 18-year-old woman. If they could manufacture her like in a petri dish and then, somehow pop a battery out of her and put her in the closet.
Right, if we're not a human being.
Right. And what we all decided, or at least what I decided is we'd all like to get a crack at a 17-year-old again, but it would have to be the ones that were 17 when we were 17 because that's where we really screwed up.
You're still stuck in that developmental stage. You're still thinking of the feathered hair.
Yeah. It's like one of those movies where with like Charles Bronson, where they go, they killed his wife, they killed his family, now he's looking for justice. He doesn't want to go kill anybody. He's got to kill the guys who killed his family. He doesn't need to just go kill some other guys who killed someone else's family. Right. That's my thing. Right. I got to go get the ones. I got to somehow get. And we're starting to name all these girls that we went to junior high and high school with, and how they're probably all got 5 kids now and a thyroid problem somewhere. But I don't need to go to some high school and go find some random 17-year-old. That's not going to do it. I need to turn the clock back and get those who I missed, who I didn't have a very fine net back then.
But it is interesting, sort of just example of how much men objectify women in their sexual longings. You know what I'm saying? That men, men really don't need a human being there.
I think what some
women, that would be a bizarre notion for most women.
No, I wish women. I wish they shed their skin like snakes, so we could just like stuff them with sawdust and have at them, But I think the problem. Oh, boys, Mike got a look on. I think he's really judging me on that last statement. I think the problem is with a lot of these guys who go back and get these 15, 16-year-olds is that 15, 16-year-old just represents the one they didn't get in high school, no matter who it is. You know what I'm saying?
It represents themselves more than anything.
They're humping themselves?
Yeah, they're trying to get a piece of themselves.
It's like themselves with less hair on their ass. Is that what you're saying?
They're just trying to recapture a piece of themselves.
Okay. All right, Drew, why don't you... I got to recapture a piece of myself here, so why don't you sell the next call? You don't want to do that?
Because then I'll sell it and you'll say, it's a crappy call.
Yeah, because you've already damned yourself to that
do you want me to sell
conclusion.
Mom has lupus. What is her life expectancy?
Who's mom?
Frank.
Welcome to the biggest show.
Hi, this is Jonathan.
And this is David from Korn, and you're listening to Loveline
with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, all right. Oh, the Korn guys.
Whatever that Korn thing you did on the internet. A big hit, wasn't it?
I don't know. What, are you being facetious?
Yes.
Oh, shut up. I did the, I don't know why, but the Korn guys like me. I think that's because I would scream Korn when I was on stage. There could be no band that I could be further away from musically than Korn. But I like the guys in Korn, and they seem to like me, and I end up doing a few things with them. Although, I think they're nominated for a Grammy, by the way. For, like, best music to stab your parents by. I think it's a new category. I think they're calling it something else, but it's like Korn and Megadeth and Pantera.
Is that right?
We're all in the same category. I was reading the Grammy nominations today. Could not figure it out. Those a-holes. Last year, I think the song of the year was this Tracy Chapman "Give Me One Reason" blues remake. Man, this the most mediocre song you're ever going to hear, ever, ever.
That's what
#1 song of the year, according to the Grammys. I don't know how that works this year. The big song is that. I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I don't know who the hell sings that song. Who am I thinking of? Paul Cole? No, Meredith Brooks. That song is border. That's songs like that are for so stupid people can think they like good music. I mean, it's like a bad perfume commercial from the 70s. I don't like any song where people sing about what kind of people they are. Talking about, and only women can get away with this, by the way. Guys start singing about it, and they just come off like misogynist pigs all the time. Talking about being a pixie, being a devil, being naughty, being a saint, you know. I want to retch every time I hear one of these songs where some woman talks about how she's about 1,000 women crammed into one. How about just one sane woman? All right, anyway. Horrible song. And for some reason, Academy... Is it the Academy, by the way?
I don't know.
They always see fit to reward that kind of stuff. I can't figure it out. Frank, you're 16.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Hey, I'm a real big fan of you guys, man. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Drew, I wanted to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has had lupus for about 10 years now. She's about to be 43 in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And she got it a while back. And it's been in, like, remission for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But she has, like, lesions on her arm, like on her right arm.
Has it only been a skin disease, or has it been systemic lupus?
Well, she's affected her blood a lot, you know.
How about her kidneys? How are they doing?
A little bit bad, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, she's real weak. She gets real tired and stuff.
Well, lupus is an autoimmune disease where, for reasons that are not well understood, the immune system just suddenly begins attacking your own body. It's directed at some of the material within cells, and it causes characteristic skin lesions and arthritis. Sometimes hair loss, anemias, kidney failure.
Hair's real thin.
Kidney failure is the thing that is most dangerous with lupus.
How do you get rid of lupus?
Well, they use anti-inflammatory corticosteroids like prednisone.
Yeah, they give her that. They've given her that before.
There are various remittive drugs or things that they try to use to suppress the immune system, depending on how bad the lupus is. But it sounds like she's been a pretty mild case.
Yeah.
Mild to moderate, and she's doing okay with it. So chances are pretty good she'll continue to do pretty well for quite some time. Okay?
Yeah, sometimes she'll break out in, like, real deep fevers, you know?
Yeah, it's all part of
like
the lupus.
Cold sweat.
Did she get it? Did it first develop when she was pregnant?
No, she had me, like, 10 years later, and then she had it.
10
but
years.
It's in the family.
She
My
had
cousin
it.
had it, too.
Frank, 10 years later.
She was, like, 40 or 50.
Well, it can happen.
I didn't get the part about when she got
lupus. 10 years after she gave birth to Frank.
To me.
Okay.
She gave birth to me, like, when she was 26 or somewhere around there. But
Typically,
she got it in her, like, mid-30s.
It typically hits women in their mid to late 20s, and there is another version of lupus that is a result of medication. Medication-induced lupus.
What are those diseases I should be looking out for, Drew? Myself. You know, coming up now. What hits guys in their
your age?
Yeah.
Lymphoma, testicular cancer, heart disease if you smoke,
Okay.
do cocaine.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
I thought you were cool. Yeah.
And everything else is bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of things that can get you. I mean, that's what people understand in this country. I mean, medical textbooks are not filled with rare conditions. They're common conditions that people are always shocked when they have a medical problem.
You know, it's weird.
The main thing is that more things don't happen to us. We don't die more often.
I was raised in filth. You know, like, you ever see Papillon?
Yeah.
That was kind of like my room.
I see.
Actually, Papillon's cell was nicer in my room. I ate a millipede once.
I don't think in Papillon's cell people would generally congregate and make sort of a social gathering and then urinate on the cot or mattress of the individual that sleeps there.
That's my point.
Right.
So I don't have. I've always looked at myself as rather immune when it comes to those types of diseases.
Infectious diseases.
Yeah, never take antibiotics. Eat stuff out of. I actually ate something out of a dog's bowl once that a friend of mine deemed wasn't good for him, so he put it in the dog's bowl. But I went and fished it out.
That's nice.
I ate an Easter egg, oversized See's chocolate Easter egg that had about 6 bites out of it that had been sitting on my friend's windowsill, and it was like September.
But that was when you were being sugar deprived. Eating weeds.
I was 1920 at this point. I think I was smoking weeds, actually, is what caused that one for not eating the weeds. But never gotten a thing. I mean, we were, I was just in Mexico, as you know.
Yeah.
And people were talking about, well, if you order it now, not only do you not drink the water, but if you order like a cocktail and it has ice in it, well, you're screwed. I was thinking to myself, I used to go to Tijuana. I would go to these corner taco stands.
Tijuana is different.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know what I ate in Tijuana.
I can imagine, but it is different.
No, you don't know.
You know, I
you know what I'm saying? Okay.
I've heard stories.
The point is I would ingest stuff. I would ingest, the tacos that were made from the guy who had the modified shopping cart and the propane tank at the bottom of it, and eat like 14 of those things.
That is the same foolish thinking that I was just talking about. The people don't really acknowledge that they can get medical problems. If you went down there and got bitten by an Anopheles mosquito, you get malaria. He would inject the malaria organism, and you would get it. That's it. It just goes in. It's not something that you just don't get because you're so superhuman or you've been exposed to other stuff. You get exposed to the right stuff, you get it. That's it. So
I don't know. I think I'm superhuman that way.
Okay.
Annie, you're 18.
Hi. What do you want to know about sign language?
Oh, you know about sign language?
I sure do.
Okay, why was this guy who was working at the, I think it was like the Toyota booth, he was doing the sign language.
And moving his lips.
And moving his lips along with what the announcer guy was saying. But
at times it would go off into other stuff.
The lips didn't seem to be saying what the announcer guy was saying.
Right. He could just be a little bit behind the speaker, or he could be, like if he was finger spelling something, he could be saying the letters so
that's what I say.
Spell it correctly.
That's what I say.
Is
that something?
Of the time it's just because he's a little bit behind.
Are people trained to lip sync this stuff?
It's easier for some deaf people to read lips and sign and read the signs at the same time, especially if if they don't sign very well.
Yeah, but are those signs, are they symbols or are they all letters?
Most of them are symbols.
Most are symbols. Yeah, because this guy was flying. No. I mean, this guy he would stop and have a cigarette while the person was finishing. I can only imagine sign language in Spanish. You ever turn into like a Spanish radio station?
Seems fast.
And they're like,
well, the only time someone
they speak like a propeller. Could you imagine a Mexican sign language guy? His hands would just be like
totally
flying. There'd be smoke coming from his sleeves.
Yeah. The only time they should fingerspell is if there's not a sign for the word. Or
right. Well, he was describing, like you're saying, Toyota Celica. There's not
They
a.
would probably fingerspell that.
Right.
Yeah.
That must have been a pain at a car show.
Oh man, that guy was just flying, just flying, and his mouth was moving like someone had, when you take your dog and you feed him peanut butter and they kind of make that face. That's what the guy was doing. And you know what I was thinking to myself as I was watching this guy? I was thinking, if my hearing ever goes, I am effed. I barely know how to read now. I mean, I can barely learn the language as it is.
Yeah.
Forget about it. No way.
Well, sometimes they just repeat it just so they can remember what he said. You know, sometimes if you're like trying to flipping through the channels, trying to remember what it is.
Hey, am I right to say that sign language was cooler about 15 years ago? And for some reason, I used to see people like learning it and people talking about it and all that kind of stuff. And now I don't see anybody screwing around with it anymore.
Well, I think there's like different issues that people are dealing with right now. Like back then, people were just open to everything, and now it's just like who's being politically correct now.
Yeah, I could remember like some of my hippie friends, like, yeah, I'm taking a class in sign language, or I learn. Oh, I sign. Do you sign? And there was a bunch of this sign language stuff going around. But it was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I remember in high school it was sort of a cool thing to learn the alphabet so you could sign across the room.
Well, people just think of it as a form of expression, even though it's a whole other language.
Right.
They just think because they're using their hands, it's them expressing themselves.
Annie.
Yeah.
We got to go to break.
Okay.
Well, listen, we'll put you on hold because I know you have a very important question.
I do.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so hang on.
I will.
All right, we're going to go to break. I'm going to sign something to Drew, and we'll be back.
Kick it!
Hey, all righty. We've got a party going on here. I'm Ace Rockola.
It irritates me.
And I'll be spinning the tunes. What?
That's funny.
Ace Rockola?
Oh.
That's my new name.
Just so irritating.
I make Chip, Chip over at Howard's office.
Yeah.
They make him call me Ace Rockola.
Would you not?
Oh, yes.
Well, that's better than pretending to be him. You can go ahead. I'll call you that if you'll stop doing it, Ace.
No, I'm gonna. That's my new. It's my new bag. I won't even respond to Adam. I don't even know what that is anymore. All right, hey Lisa, Sherry. When Ann comes back in there, remind her to remind me of what's going on with the fart on the head situation. I've been really, I don't know if you know, I've been living off this Fiber One cereal now. I got myself into a routine. Here's how I eat. It's I would suggest it to everyone. I buy a big box of something, like I bought a big sack of golden raisins and a big box of cereal.
You eat nothing else
and a gallon of milk.
Nothing else.
I eat that every night until I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. When I go through that, then I move on to something else.
Your mom gave you an eating disorder.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I do. I think so.
Why?
Because
you think I have an eating disorder?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you have issues with food.
Yeah, everyone has issues with food.
Yeah, you really do.
Oh, please. Just because I binge and then don't purge? I don't have the good sense to purge? What do you mean?
You'll get to the purging stage.
Oh, please, no. No. All right, I'm a little weird with food, but so is everybody.
Yeah. Well.
Huh? Come on. You know they are.
A lot of people are.
Okay. Hey, Ann. What happened to Katie, the recipient of my gas?
You know what? I think she's history. We're
Oh, really?
calling her again.
Hmm?
Hold on. We might have success. Hold on, I'll be right with you.
What's Lisa? Is she calling her right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
We call the woman 5 times a day.
Well, we shouldn't have to stoop to these levels.
I know.
I'll find a new love for my gas.
We're leaving yet another message.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, that's it. Screw Katie.
That's it. She lost it. She's probably going to... You can probably see her on the internet right now.
I've washed my ass with her. I'm moving on.
What'd you say?
What's that?
You can probably see her on the internet.
Yeah, she's probably mincing around naked on the internet as we speak. All right. So now, I haven't really thought this out too clearly, but since when is that news? I'm now hell-bent on farting on somebody. But I feel like it's just become sort of salacious now because I don't have a good reason.
Gratuitous.
And gratuitous, thank you. So somebody needs to call in and tell me why I need to fart on their head for other than the $500. I'm going to give them the $500. I want the $500 to go toward like their education or something.
But it also has to be that they're taking that $500 from you as opposed to do something degrading, and they could put their life in, put it in the wrong direction.
I have no idea what that meant.
In other words, as opposed to accepting $500 for a nude photo shoot, they accept $500 for you to do what you do.
Mm-hmm. So, right.
It
Which was the initial idea,
Right.
because I have such a charitable ass.
Yes.
You know, every time I go to 7-Eleven, I fart right in the Jerry's Kids receptacle there.
Very charitable.
Yeah, my ass never stops giving. I think Mike rented that last weekend, didn't he? The point is I want to give away $500 to a lucky female listener. I will not do it to a male.
You're discriminating.
Yes.
Maybe there ought to be a pair.
To me, that's homosexual behavior when one male farts on another male's. Oh, wait a minute. I've been doing that. I've been doing that for 25 years. Hold on a second. I have to rethink my sexuality.
You just scared me about what the nature of our relationship is.
No, I only fart on close friends. That's my policy.
I'm homosexual.
Oh, please, Drew. Please, the mic's hot. Only or females, or strangers or females. So what we need is young. I want attractive and nubile females for me. We'll just pick one for me to fart on. And the money must go towards something, like an operation, education, something like that. And what Drew said, to be in place of some jobs they're looking. So any woman who's thinking about getting into the pornography industry or perhaps becoming a stripper, something like that, and is having second thoughts about it, but really wants the money, should now phone in. Am I right, Drew? Okay. Annie.
Yes.
Can't believe I'm going along with this thing.
Yeah. No, you know I'm right. Let's see. You're 18. We're talking about sign language. And now your question is?
Okay. My boyfriend and I have been dating for a little under 2 years. And about 3 weeks ago, this guy that I dated when I was like 15, he left for 2 years, and he came back, and we started hanging out, and he kissed me. And it was totally not premeditated, and it just sort of happened. And my boyfriend asked me about it, and I told him. And now we're broken up, and he doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to see me, and he's leaving for the military next week. And I just don't know what to do. I wish you guys could talk to him because he looks up to you guys so much.
Mm-hmm.
He takes consideration what you say is scripture.
Wow.
I swear.
That's flawed.
Probably listening right now, but
boy, yeah. Well, can we talk to him?
sure.
How do we do that?
I could give you his number.
Okay, fine. We'll put you on hold. Give Lisa or Sherry's number, and we'll see if we can call and smooth this whole thing over.
The guy. I mean, yes, she was going in kind of a not so good direction there, but gee, I mean,
she kissed a guy.
Yeah,
and it was a guy she'd kissed before.
Yeah, and she was hanging out, and she was getting into an inappropriate position with that guy, but now she's rethought.
How did he find out? She was honest about it?
She told him.
Oh, boy. That's a character flaw.
You know, it's interesting.
This guy's going to the military.
You realize how much people distort what they tell you until you've been around little kids who haven't learned to lie yet. My kids will just tell you, I go, who did that? And they go, oh, I did it. You know, they don't think to just. You just ask them, they tell you.
You know, it's weird. I couldn't lie for many, many years. I mean, most kids learn to lie 6, 7 years old, although it's not really a science at that point. They say, you know, they don't think it out too well.
Yeah,
like you go,
the little boy ran in from next door.
Who spilled that cranberry juice? Wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's as far as I get with it.
Right.
I have no other kids, and you're holding a glass of cranberry juice that's half full, and there's stuff dripping down your leg right now. It looks like cranberry juice.
A little boy ran in from outside and knocked the glass over.
Right.
I've gotten that.
At least it wasn't like a pixie or something. But I couldn't lie. I had a real difficult time lying.
What is that?
I have no idea. Low self-esteem or something.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just being connected with reality. I mean, somebody asks you a question, you give an answer.
I really wanted to lie, but I couldn't.
You're afraid you'd be seen.
Afraid I'd be seen. Yeah. And now, I'm a great liar. Although I just pretend like I wasn't listening. I lie like like an old blues singer or something, where people don't even know what he's talking about anymore, and he doesn't really have to listen to what you're saying. It's kind of bizarre, but it works. Brand.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Hey guys, what's going on? My girlfriend and I just broke up about 2 days ago, and I don't know. We were like really close, and well, I don't know. I've been like really upset about it, and like I don't really know what's wrong with me because I've been through breakups before, and like this hasn't really like. I haven't really been disturbed about it, about any of the other ones. I've been just sort of like, life goes on. But this one, I'm just sort of like, for like last 2 days, I've been just like crying constantly.
Let me get the details again. How long were you together?
Oh, about 2 months.
2 months. And what was different?
I don't want to get that long, but I don't know. We did a lot of stuff together.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. We're just like, we always hung out. We're like best friends, really.
How old is she?
She was 18.
Oh, yeah, I'd be crying, too, if I was 15 and an 18-year-old left me.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, that's natural.
I'd be crying now if an 18-year-old left me.
If she's somebody you really cared about, and all of a sudden
I think the age thing may have done it.
I just got like back from a trip to like Palm Springs in Mexico, and like when I got back, she had like written me this long letter like about she didn't want to ruin my trip or anything, so she told me like now, she's like, well, like just I don't know, things aren't working out, and I'm going to college anyway, so like we just break up.
Have you in the past did you usually break up with the girls?
Well, like in the past it's been more like a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Like we just both know like stuff isn't working out.
Wow.
So, like now it was just sort of like unexpected, like.
Oh boy.
Well, look, it's understandable.
All right, she's a senior.
Yeah.
And you're in the 10th grade?
I'm a freshman.
Freshman? That's before sophomore?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
And you're dating a senior?
Yeah.
You having sex?
No, no.
What's her problem?
No.
What the hell's up with her?
No, there's nothing. I mean, we were just like I'm part of this group called DECA, and like we just like go on these trips together. Like we went to, we spent like a weekend in Seattle and stuff. And like.
Have you talked to her since?
What the hell's DECA?
It's just like a business management thing.
Have you talked to her? Have you spoken to her since
Yeah,
the letter?
I don't know. Like now she wants to be just like best friends.
Yeah, well, forget that.
I'm just sort of like.
Don't do that.
She just wants to be like best friends now. I'm just like, well.
Yeah, maybe in 6 months.
Well, what kind of physical relationship were you having with her?
I don't know. It's pretty physical. I don't really want to get into it.
All right, but there was some, petting and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure they were having, a bona fide relationship. You know what I'm saying there, Drew? Mm-hmm. All right, I have...
Well, tell him what to do.
But what can you do? She's going off to college, live and learn. He's way ahead of the game as a 9th grader going out with a senior. I guess when he's a senior, he's going to have to go out with, one of the Golden Girls or something. I mean, he's going to have to go out with women who are in convalescent homes. Ooh. I'll tell you, man, that Fiber One is... I should become... I am becoming sort of a spokesman for them in my own way, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't come over the mic, does it? Oh, it does.
So Brand can expect to get over this in a few weeks, and get around your friends, stay active.
That's it.
Don't screw up.
Brand's fine. Brand's had a bunch of girlfriends. He's 15 years old. He was dating a senior in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is part of the experience that will make him stronger. That which does not destroy him will make him stronger.
Right. Speaking of destroying people, Drew, I don't know if you caught that's
well
lofted over there yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's making you stronger either, big guy. Let me explain me and gas for a second. And I know I do much more talking about this than any other radio show host in America, but my thing is when I was... Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm really tuning up for that bout. So those of you who are interested in making 500, come on down. When I was 9, I would fart and laugh. And I thought to myself, this isn't going to last. And when I was 14, I would fart and then I would laugh. And then I would say, well, surely by the time you get to high school. And then when I was 18, I would fart and laugh. And I thought, well, probably when you move out of the house. Eventually, this is not going to be funny. You can't do this your whole life. 25, farted. Sure enough, I laughed. 30, I farted. I laughed. And now I've just learned to embrace it. This is a way of life at this point.
Drew.
There's no turning back here.
I have a question, Drew.
Yes.
Is this normal? I mean, it just becomes giddy.
Yeah.
Got a commercial.
And you'll never know.
Oh, good. I don't want to.
You'll never know. You'll never experience that. You'll never have that. And I feel badly for you.
No, don't.
I really
I'm
do.
happy about that.
All right.
Not a chick fan.
All right, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk to Annie's boyfriend, who we have on the phone, and we'll get to the bottom of her dilemma. Nope.
Hi, everybody. This is Art from Everclear, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr.
One finds that funny.
I know,
Especially
but
over and over and over again.
I can't help it, Drew. It's like a song I never get tired of hearing. We will be back in 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on radio station KROQ-FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
The world famous K-Rock.
Oh, yes, it is Loveline. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, Ace Rockola, and Dr. Drew here. Phone number 1-800-LFEE 191. Fax number 310-854-4455. On the way back from the auto show tonight, the Wheeze was riding shotgun. Had both feet on the dash. Had the lighter going.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome.
Couple 40-year-old men.
Awesome. Oh, all right. Where were we, Drew? Oh, yeah. How do I do this?
Just do that
I've
first.
only been working the phone for 2 years. Okay, so Annie?
Yes.
You're 18. Your boyfriend is going off to the service, right?
Yeah.
You told him, foolishly, that you had smooched your old boyfriend.
He asked me.
So that explains it then.
Oh, okay. So you came clean and told him that you'd smooched your old boyfriend.
Well, he asked me just because he doesn't trust guys in general.
Right, because he's one. He knows what he thinks about. And did you just kiss your old boyfriend?
Yeah, that's all we did.
Mm-hmm. Well, was it a long, drawn-out kiss?
Not really.
No, but there were tongues involved.
A little, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you're just putting a spear into London there.
Well, I just want to make sure, like a good attorney, Drew. I just want to make sure that the court is aware of what went on said night.
But I mean, London and I have talked since it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he's leaving in a week, and he's going to be gone for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going, London?
Well, South Carolina.
Yeah.
For basic training.
And like I said, Drew, I'm thoroughly convinced that if you were born and bred in South Carolina or North Carolina, and it was time for you to go off to basic training, you would just go to, where are you calling from?
Tucson, Arizona.
You'd go to Tucson. That's how the military works. They got to ship you out somehow, and they have to do it in the most expensive way possible. All right, so you're going in the Army?
Right.
Why? What's going wrong with your life that you've decided to go this route?
Well, my life is actually really good. I'm going to college and everything, but I just decided I want to do the Army Reserve type thing, just because I wanted something different.
So you going to do like the Montgomery Bill or something like that?
Yeah, I'm doing it for college money.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I was going to join the Coast Guard Reserve once. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Get the boat and everything. Apparently, you don't get to drive the boat immediately. So I lost interest in that. That was enough of that. All right, so London.
Yeah.
Annie cares about you.
Right.
She's had a little slip of the tongue.
Right. Right.
She was broad enough to admit it to you.
Right. But actually, she didn't admit it. I kind of had to drag it out of her. You know, there was some evidence involved and stuff like that. It's pretty drawn out.
Oh, what kind of evidence?
Like a note that I found.
Ooh, well, the plot thickens. What kind of note?
It was just like sort of like a diary entry that she had left out. You know, stupid, like you always say, never leave anything.
Oh, well, like I said, have two diaries.
Exactly.
I know.
She left it out, and I found it, and it was just like...
What did that say?
It was just about this guy, and, you know, everything was pretty much in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, but Annie, you have no feelings for the guy.
No, I'm not even talking to him anymore.
But you did. You were starting to get something going there.
Not even really. I mean, he had just come back, and we hadn't talked in a long time. And
But what were you up to? Were you preparing for London's departure? I mean,
No, not at all.
What were you doing?
I don't know. We were just hanging out.
What were you doing? Come on. Why are you hanging out? If your boyfriend's only going to be around for a few more days before he leaves for 6 months.
I asked him if it was okay, and he said yes.
Because
Because we were just hanging out.
Listen, Annie, here's what Drew's saying. You got a boyfriend. He's going to be shipped out. He's going to be gone for 6 months, which for 18 is an eternity. And you're spending the time, instead of those precious last few days with your boyfriend, you're hanging out with Mr. X.
And this, I don't mean to be coming down on you.
Well, we want to know why.
This
What was that
doesn't fit.
about?
Yeah, were you trying to protect yourself from the feelings of loss when?
No, not at all. I don't know. He just called and said he wanted to hang out.
All right.
Right. There's a lot of denial going on here in London. I don't know if you're hearing that.
I know, I'm hearing that. But, Dr. Drew, what I have a question for is, you know, this is the second time that she's cheated on me. I was just wondering if I can trust her.
Second time, Annie. What was the first time?
The first time was a year ago, and that came out just recently, too, because she wanted to complain about everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's twice, and...
What was the first time?
The first time was basically the same thing, just kissing with some other guy.
But it was like, I don't know.
Who was that guy?
Some guy that I don't even remember his last name.
Oh, well, it makes it even sluttier.
Well, we were supposed to go to... Joe was supposed to come with me, and we were supposed to go to a party.
Uh-huh.
He told me he didn't want to go.
All right. That's it, then. That's payback time. Believe me, a woman can make out with... the woman could make out with the Pope if she was going to see the Pope. Like, if you said, hey, honey, I'm going to go take audience with the Pope. You coming? No, I'm going to stay here and watch the ball game. Come on, it's really important that you go. No, you go ahead and talk to the Pope. She'd go give the Pope a hand job. She could do that. Women could just go anywhere. They could go to a funeral. If you don't go there, someone's going to get something.
Right.
That's how... So, Annie, that was a little payback for him not going.
They're 18. She's not doing anything really way out of line. It's tough to maintain a stable, intimate relationship at that age. He is leaving. I'm sure there's a lot of confusion about what they want out of relationships, who they are in relationships, how they're going to deal with this departure. I mean, this is not terribly unusual.
Right.
I mean, Annie, you just got to not put yourself in positions where you're going to jeopardize your relationship, right?
Right.
True.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, and I know that now.
What, Linda, what?
Should I take her? I mean, should I give her another chance?
I just am in general not in favor of long-distance relationship at your age. I think that 6 months at 18...
But when I get back, do you think I can trust her?
Yeah, I mean, yes. If you guys are still meant to be, still have feelings for each other and want to have a relationship, absolutely.
I mean, don't you think if I'm still here and I haven't dated while he's gone and I haven't kissed one person...
See, I think that's a mistake. I think you guys should go on about your lives a little bit.
Yeah, it ain't going to work.
I don't think so.
All right, here's what you do.
All right.
Let's see. London, you go off and learn how to kill people.
All right.
Annie, you stay here and keep your tongue in its hole for just 6 months. And then, London, now you can tell when Annie's lying.
Right.
When London comes back, London's not doing anything anyway but doing a bunch of push-ups. And maybe he has sex, but it's with a guy. I mean, he's not doing anything over there unless he goes by a brothel or something. So, London, you take 6 months and learn about the military. Annie, you take 6 months and don't learn about anybody else in the military. And when he comes back, he can assess whether she's...
I just think at 18 they should be dating, figuring who they are, what they like in people.
All right, but maybe they really like each other.
Yeah. All right.
She's like Annie is...
we could have asked her about her family and stuff. That would have given them a better clue as to what to expect.
She's just kissing. Which at this point is,
she, think about it. She was so detached from it. It was like something happened to her. Somebody did something to her that day. Like she hit by a car. Yeah. Real detached.
Yeah. Beth.
Yes.
You're 28.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to say to start off that, Adam, I've been listening to your show for since I was a teenager, and you are by far the best host that you guys have had.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Drew, you're great too.
Thank you.
But
hold on.
This show, not your show.
Pardon me?
Oh, I see. Okay, you've been.
So Adam was listening to this show too 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was.
Your show.
Yeah,
this show.
Anyway, Adam is by far the best host that you guys have had.
Boy, thank you.
Put
that on a card, please.
And better than Poor Man by far.
Well, he's a genius. That
Yeah,
guy.
wasn't he though?
Yeah, and he's that's why he's parlayed it into. I know he's doing something. All right. Anyway, Beth.
Anyway, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my boyfriend. We've been together about 2.5 years, and we've been living together for about 9 months or so. And in the past, 6 months, I guess, he's just been. Seems like everything I do annoys him. And I'm coming in. Well, he was a mama's boy to begin with, and I knew that.
Let me back up a second. You've been together 9 months?
No, we've been together 2.5 years, and we've been
you've
living
been
together.
living 9 months. So after 3 months of living together, things got a little bit annoying for him.
Well, he's real annoyed with me all the time. And I don't know what I'm doing differently. It seems like everything is the same.
He's a mama's boy?
Yes.
His mommy cooked and cleaned and did his laundry?
Yes.
Oh.
And to make it worse...
Oh, you're mad at guys like that?
No. I've had a roommate or two like this. They're worthless. They're just sacks. They do stuff like after 3 weeks you go to, hey, there's not a glass in the house where, I've been drinking straight out of the tap. For like a
all the
week.
glasses are in his
So
car.
you go into the guy's room, and there's 65 glasses, and they're all filled with the Alka-Seltzer residue.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, his is all of the cups are in his car.
Oh, yeah. And any ounce, if you buy any detergent or anything, it was all for them.
Right.
Don't trust a guy whose mom doted over him too much.
And that's the thing, you see, because now the tables are turning. He is doting on his mother. It's always her
No.
constantly.
Yeah.
And recently I met his best friend, who we've been together over 2 years, and I just met her for the first time.
His best friend?
Yeah. And she ends up being beautiful, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the night before, he was on the phone with her and called her by my nickname, which really kind of killed me,
Did you tell him?
especially because of the way he's been treating me.
He
lately.
called her monkey nipples?
No.
No.
That's not what he calls me. But
Oh, it isn't.
anyway, he calls her Sweets, which is what he calls me. And
Sweets?
that kind of got under my skin.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I did, and he made up an excuse and said I was jealous. I said, no, it's got nothing to do with that.
Of course you're jealous.
Well,
Of course you're jealous.
Right. Well, then he made up another excuse, and then another excuse, and then I asked him why he's making up all these different excuses, and he says, well, because I feel bad.
Oh, God forbid he should feel bad. God forbid he should feel bad.
Yeah, God forbid, exactly. And I'm about ready to end the relationship, and I don't really want to because I love him, but...
Well, what is that?
Huh?
What is that? You're telling us all these horrible things, but I love him.
Well, I do love him.
Well, look at reality. Just size up reality for a second. Just look at who you got there, realistically.
Well, who I thought I had... was-
Yeah, look at what you have.
Well...
I don't trust any guy who likes his mom too much.
Well, and that's the thing, his mom is just, she drives me insane, but,
Was your dad an alcoholic or something?
Who?
Your dad?
No, actually, that's one of the reasons he says that I've got too much stress in my life. My dad has Alzheimer's disease, and I'm always dealing with that, and I do have a lot of stress,
I think my dad has that too.
but,
My dad's like, my dad will say stuff to me like, so, when are you starting the TV show? Right in the middle of it, Dad. Okay.
mine's to the point where, well, he's having TIAs, constantly, so he's not doing real good.
But what was he like when he was all together?
Oh, my dad, he was a great dad. He was there for me. My mom and dad have been divorced. My mom's in California, my dad's in Colorado. And,
Was he super doting on you?
well, no, not really. I mean, he was there for me. I mean, he was there for, choir. He was there. He was just there for me. I thought he was a great dad. But he, he's never, he never
All
drank.
right, what's his boyfriend of yours do?
He colors film. for a living.
Mm-hmm. Who does what they do for, like, Ted Turner when he
colorizes?
Colorizes?
He's a colorist, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He colors for, well, like, I don't know, Discover and stuff like that.
And he does he doesn't do his laundry.
Well, it's not about that. It's just about,
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a composite of the guy.
well, he's,
Does he think farting's funny?
yes, he does.
Okay, well, then there's hope.
In fact, he started on me.
All right, then there's okay. See, we're all wrong about this gent.
But, you know, I don't
This
mind that
guy's
he
salt
farts.
of the
I
earth.
heard- I actually heard
He
somewhere
spun
that-
gold, this guy.
Huh?
Yeah.
You heard what?
I heard somewhere that if men don't expel their gas, that causes impotence. So
Did he tell you that?
Yes, I tell him farting.
Did he tell you that?
I use cancer,
No,
but
no, I
impotence is
actually
good,
read
too.
that somewhere.
That's nonsense.
Really?
Causes impotence.
But I'll tell him to stop farting. But
All right, so, Beth, why don't you let him know what your feelings are
Yeah, maybe
in
she
no
just needs to
uncertain
assert
terms?
herself. Yeah, who knows what's going on here? Maybe she just needs to really assert herself to see if he can toe the line a little bit. Something is kind of up, though, with his narcissism. It's a little bit overwhelming.
Well,
and her codependency. That's why I was
guys,
asking about
when they
alcohol.
listen, when guy has a mommy that dotes, they just expect certain things. Like, you do the shopping, you do the laundry,
Well,
and
but
when I'm done eating, I leave the stuff
but
out, and
emotionally,
someone puts it away.
They remain a man-child. They remain a man-child who is angry with mom for never helping them develop, actually, and for being so intrusive.
Thank God I never had any of that doting.
Yeah.
Well, what's the opposite of doting? Somewhere between doting and beating.
Abandoning.
Ah, yes, that's I was raised like a wolf. All right.
I thought it was by wolves.
But no, I didn't even have that luxury. But the good news is I don't expect anyone to do anything for me, and I take care of stuff pretty well. Herman.
Hello?
You're 16.
Yep. How's it going?
What's going on, Herman?
Well, I mean, I've taken shrooms before, twice, and I was just wondering what are, like, the short and long-term effects and stuff of that.
Probably of doing that drug twice, nothing. Although at 15, even 16 and younger, your brain is still developing, and so you can interfere with the development of the normal connections that occur as the brain is developing. I'm of the opinion that any hallucinogenic will eventually be a neurotoxic. The question is, with mushrooms, we don't really know how much and how often before people get long-term disturbances. The most common disturbance we see from people that are using hallucinogenics, even a modest dose, is mood disturbances, depressions that are chronic and intractable.
Did you understand any of that, Herman?
Yeah.
How much weed do you smoke?
Not much.
Mm-hmm. You do any drinking?
No.
Mm-hmm. What are you interested in?
What do you mean?
You have hobby?
Oh, building model rockets and stuff. I don't know. Racing RC cars.
Oh, you're into that kit stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you build those, like, Estes rockets things?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, those are fun. I always thought I'd do that. I had a whole list of things to do once I made some money. Now, you know what wasn't on the list? Watching TV all day. That's what I do. I wanted one of those damn RC cars. I never had any good junk when I was a kid. RC's radio controlled. It's like,
yeah,
they go like 100 miles an hour, and you steer them with the remote control, and then those rockets. You know what those rockets are?
No.
You hook them up to a battery. And they have little engines. I mean, they're almost like, they call them engines, but they're like little, like the size of an M80. And you put them in the bottom of this rocket, and they have like a little launching pad I'm trying to think of the word, like a little metal dowel on it, yeah. And then the thing ignites the thing, and it just goes, and it shoots up about 300 feet, and then a little parachute pops out, and it comes settling down to Earth. You don't, never heard of that? Don't have that?
No.
Estes rockets, very popular. When you were youngin'?
I was busy at school.
You were not. Wow. You're very deprived. I had such a great childhood that I actually knew people that had some of these $8 rockets, and I used to get to watch them shoot them off. It was quite exciting, Drew. I'm surprised you weren't into that. Or what were you into, Drew? Do you have anything good? You know what I mean? Like, I was into all that crap, all of that. Like, I wanted a remote control airplane. I wanted a remote control car. And
that was so summarily dismissed by my parents.
Because it cost money?
Yeah.
So, what'd you have? Like, just some modeling clay in your own imagination?
No, like building models.
Like building models?
Car models and collecting things. I would like collecting things.
Like what?
Shells. Like the ocean.
All right, listen, we got to kill both our families. That's going to be the only justice. Your parents just set you free on the beach, right? And figure it's free, right?
There you go.
I mean, hey, how much can the sand dollars, the conch, whatever you could dig up, couldn't cost them a penny. And it's there's no limit on those either. All right, Drew. Why don't you sell a call?
All right. 14-year-old Katie is pregnant. 19-year-old boyfriend thinks she's 17.
All right, this is good.
Hello, is this Love?
And this is Dave Navarro. We're from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And you're listening to Loveline with
Dr. Drew
and Adam
Carolla.
Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to, Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. All right, when we left off, we were thinking about talking to Katie. Katie's 14. Katie has a 19-year-old boyfriend, and, well, we'll just talk to her. Katie?
Uh-huh.
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And my boyfriend, I don't know.
You have a 19-year-old boyfriend?
Yeah.
Adam, seriously.
All right, I know it's a very serious subject. That's a tragedy. Why are you dating a 19-year-old guy?
Because I didn't know he was that old when I first met him. But he thinks I'm 17.
How come he thinks you're 17 if you didn't know how old he was when you first met him?
I knew how old he was.
Okay. You see? I should really have my own...
What are your
I do
parents
have a
like,
show.
Katie's parents must really...
What is up with your folks, Katie?
With my parents?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't know. They're normal parents.
Really?
Pretty normal.
What do they do that's not so normal?
Well, I don't know. They're more normal now.
They're what?
They're more normal now.
When they weren't normal, what were they like?
Well, my dad, he used to be addicted to heroin and an alcoholic.
Well, most people's parents are, aren't they? That'd be normal parents, heroin addicts.
So that's pretty standard behavior in...
No, but that was the only time.
Father Knows Best. Was the guy, is he into junk?
Bob Young used to slam.
Bob Young? Yeah, he used to slam junk. Okay. Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not real normal behavior.
But that was a long time ago.
That was the most important time in your life, Katie. That's when it counts.
That was the sponge part of your life. That's when your brain was a sponge and you just soaked up anything that was around you.
Yeah, that's what happened. And what are you going to do now?
I don't know. That's why I haven't told him yet.
Are you thinking about having the baby?
I mean, I want to, but
At 14.
I can't.
At 14. I mean, if you're going to do it, at least give the child a chance. Give it up for adoption. Let it be raised by parents that really are ready to be parents. You know?
Well, the thing is, I don't... do you know how much an abortion costs now?
I believe... What state are you calling from?
What?
I believe Medicaid covers it.
Does? It should. In my world, it would. If it wasn't so sad, I'd offer to fart on her for the abortion money. But I got to believe that'd be they would probably get some bad press out of that, wouldn't you say, Drew?
Yeah, I might.
Although from a societal standpoint, history would be kind to my ass, I think. But I don't know. What is it? $300 and something bucks or something like that? I'm sure this guy will be all for it.
Oh no, he said that if he ever found out I was pregnant, he beat the baby out of me. So.
Oh my God.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, sounds like the kind of guy you'd like to have a long-term thing with. You looking toward marriage?
Hell no.
No. He'd if you ever found out you're pregnant, he'd beat the baby out of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is
This
this
guy's an asshole.
is this Ike Turner?
not exactly.
What does this guy do? He works around metal?
He doesn't work.
Oh,
Is he
okay.
just out
But
of
is
jail
he
or
trying to
something?
get into working around metal? Is he in jail?
No.
What's he do? Is he into cars?
Yeah, he has cars.
Yeah. Is he living at home or what?
He lives with his aunt.
Oh, boy. All right, so can you dump this guy?
Can I dump this guy?
Yeah, I think you should. He's 19, and he liked to beat the baby out of you.
I don't know if because I've tried to leave him before, and I don't really want to.
Why not?
Because I think
Who could leave all that, Drew? Please. Why not?
because I think that I mean I have feelings for him.
Where are your parents now?
My parents right now. Why?
No, I mean, boy, everyone always does that. Where are your parents these days? Is that how I should phrase it?
What are they up to? Or
Yeah.
They're here.
they're working, dad's in recovery.
My dad works.
Uh-huh. Jeez, I'd like to kick both of them right in the groin.
What?
I really would. They've done a horrible job. Please, you're with a 19-year-old who's threatened to beating the baby out of you if you get pregnant, but you still love him.
I mean, look, just even if she weren't pregnant, a 19-year-old having sex with her and telling her horrible things like this.
All right, here's what you need to do, Katie.
What about telling your dad? Tell your parents.
Oh yeah, right. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, tell those a-holes it's their fault. Tell Junkie Papa, hey, guess what? Remember when you were slamming all those years? Well, now it's time to pay the fiddler.
But he's not like that anymore at all.
Good.
Good. Then maybe he'll
Now it's
understand.
time to pay, but it's time to pay the fiddler, as I said. All right, listen, you're not going to go to your parents. You got to go to like a Planned Parenthood or something and throw yourself on the mercy of that place.
Here's the number. You ready?
You understand? Hey,
Okay.
Katie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to me, Katie. I swear to God, you better listen. Don't let this thing just roll along, because the baby's going to get bigger and bigger, and your options are going to get smaller and smaller. You understand that?
Here's the number: 1-800-230-PLAN. What's the number?
Yeah.
What is the number?
1-800
Write it.
230.
Write it down.
Oh, for Christ's sake. What city are you calling from?
Granada Hills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Planned Parenthood place in, like, Sherman Oaks or something, as
One
far
in
as I know.
Pasadena Planned Parenthood is excellent. Los Angeles Planned Parenthood, multiple
Katie,
different organizations.
open the phone book, Planned Parenthood. Just go talk to them.
All right.
Let them help you figure it out.
But the thing,
What?
I'm just I'm really scared about all this because I know that if he does find out that he will he hasn't hit me for a long time, but
For a long time.
Well, it's with the holidays and everything.
yeah, you know.
Well, then don't tell him. Don't involve him in this.
But
Get
how
away
can
from
I
this
not
guy.
involve him in this?
Hey, did you hear what we told you to go down to Planned Parenthood?
Get one of your friends, somebody that can support you. Go to Planned Parenthood and get some help. All right.
Take it from there. Tell them everything.
He won't have to know anything. You can go have a friend come with you. She'll make you feel better. I mean, these people are very open to helping young girls.
And then we got to find some way to get away from this.
Yeah,
this
you have to get
jackhole.
away. Are you listening to yourself, what you're saying about him, and then saying you want to stay with him? He's a jerk. There's so much better out there.
Well, yeah, that's right.
You
That's
know?
right.
I mean, this guy is a loser. And he's just going to drag you down.
All right. Well, I think this is sliding off of Katie like a Teflon pan. But at least deal with the Planned Parenthood side of it, and then eventually, when you feel good enough about yourself, you can get away from a guy like that. Jennifer, you're 18. I'd like to kill his parents, too.
Oh, boy.
I'd just like to make them pay. I really would. Just pay. Pay everyone. Give everyone $1. Jackasses. Oh, for Christ's sake. Jennifer,
Yeah, hey.
what's going on?
I had a question.
Did you say yeah, Ace?
Yeah,
Ace Rockola.
I've been listening.
Thank you.
I have a question about orgasms. I don't know who might be able to answer it, or
Well.
if it's totally coincidental.
You got one guy named Drew and one guy named Ace Rockola. Who do you
Okay.
think's going to be able to answer this?
I get a headache immediately after having orgasms, and it didn't used to happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not quite sure what it is.
You on any medications now?
I'm on birth control,
That might
but
be
I
it.
was on before.
Same pill?
Yes. Oh, no.
Different
Well,
pill.
different brand.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Is that it?
Probably.
Oh,
I mean, the
wow.
pills can cause headaches.
Really?
Yeah, various types of headaches. And some people are more prone to headaches in and around orgasm, so it's possible.
They are?
What
No
is
guy
that?
ever gets that.
No, they do sometimes.
Well, maybe if he gets it in the eye or something, but other than
It's
that,
what in the eye?
That's bizarre.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Are there migraines in your family?
No.
Nowhere?
No.
And have you ever had a bad headache problem or migraines, anything like that?
No, not at
Your
all.
period's normal otherwise?
Yeah.
And you're otherwise okay medically?
Yeah.
I mean, the highest probability I would think would be just the pill you're on. I really
Okay.
do. Okay?
Would you orgasm if you were alone? Pardon me, would you have a headache if you orgasmed and you were alone?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, just
So-
recently.
I do
Orgasm
think
triggers headache.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
something worth looking into. I do.
So I should talk to-
the doctor's prescribing, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, Jennifer.
Bye.
You sound pretty healthy, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Adam,
Hey, how's it going, Adam? How's it going, Drew?
you're 18. That's what I like. A teenager sounds like a teenager.
Yeah, that's right. I had this situation. I went to the auto show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I went to the LA Convention Center one.
When did you go?
I went on Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the best. I was by the Hummers and stuff. It was great.
Yeah. I missed that Hummer, but... Oh, yeah. It's talking about the car.
All right, I had a situation.
Those Hummers are ridiculous, though. Let me tell you something about these Humvees. You know,
Yeah.
these guys like Schwarzenegger and stuff drive around. What do you think the worst car, gas mileage-wise and 0 to 60-wise, that's manufactured is?
That's it?
That's the Humvee.
Oh, really?
See, normally, you buy the Ferrari, you get horrible mileage, but you kick ass 0 to 60. The Ferrari 0 to 60 is like 4.2. Humvee's like 18 seconds.
Why do they
You
get
got a
them?
$60,000 vehicle, and you have guys in a three-cylinder Subaru Justy riding up your ass up the freeway on-ramp.
Why? Why do they get them?
Because it's like one of those small penis mobiles. The guy's gonna drive around with a military. You can ride like car's way you can't park it. It's 4 feet wider than any other car. It has no pickup because it's has this real torquey but no horsepower diesel engine in it. It's all geared down, and the top speed's like 65, and it's completely worthless. It's only in L.A. do you see idiots driving around in that car. L.A. is just the big idiot capital of the world.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, they're fun to look at. I'll give them that.
All right, I had this situation. I was by the Hummers, and I saw this fine girl pass by, and she was checking me out, right? And I didn't have the guts enough to turn around and talk to her. I just walked away. But now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, shucks, I should have, went up to her, talked to her, got her number, but, I mean...
Go for a little the old 22 Skidoo, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she was like 17, 18. She had boobs out to, up to there. But she was great. Anyways, I tried to talk to her, but I just didn't have the guts to. I mean, I've never been in a relationship before, but I messed around a couple times, with girls and stuff, but never been in a real relationship before.
Yeah, it's tough mustering that courage.
Yeah.
Where do you find that strength, Drew? Where do you get the confidence to do something that you haven't done before?
Especially before you're really ready to do it.
Especially when you're tossing around colloquialisms like shucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this will come with time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to expedite this, Adam. It's just one of those things where time, experience, but I'll tell you what you should do, Adam.
Okay.
You should challenge yourself not to let opportunities go by.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me tell you about a young upstart comedian named Adam once upon a time.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, we got to go to break.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, but let me give you a quick inspirational story. Please. It wasn't all free T-shirts, free CDs, and farting into microphones. There was a time when young Ace Rockola was a struggling, up-and-coming comedian. And here's all I said to myself when I was younger. I said, whatever it is, I'm going to do it. I won't turn anything down. If I'm teaching comedy traffic school, I'm going to do it. If someone wants me to do their company Christmas party and play the part of some motivational speaker for $80, I'm going to do it. Whatever it is. If it's free, if it involves performing, if I got to drive 50 miles, I'll do it. And eventually it's all going to add up somehow, if there is a God. And I will have my just, what is it, just deserves or just desserts?
Deserves.
There's no deserves. Is that in any other thing?
No.
All right, stop confusing me.
Desserts.
The point is Adam needs to treat women the same way I would treat my career. If there's a good-looking woman, just challenge yourself. I shouldn't say good-looking woman. If there's someone who appears to show some interest or you have some interest in them, challenge yourself to go up and make some conversation. You fall on your face for the first 2,500 times, but eventually it's going to pay off. Okay. Can we go to break now?
Please.
Yeah.
Hello, is this?
Peanut from 311, you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. I hope you're learning something.
Yes, I know you are. Phone number. Oh, forget the phone number. Forget the fax number. Ace Rockola, Dr. Drew. And we move on. Where are we moving on to, Drew? Oh, look at you. Boy. Could you recline any further in the chair, Drew? Would that be possible? Your ass would be higher in your head if you reclined any more. Donna.
Hi.
You're 35.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Hi, Adam. I bet you'd really be interesting to meet in person.
No.
No? Okay,
No.
forget it then.
I have almost no personality.
Oh, all right.
In real life, not what you expect.
Not in real life?
No, I have like a personality.
And bite me up on this. Adam's not what you expect in real life.
Oh, he isn't?
No, he's not.
Oh, boy.
Boring.
He just has two totally different personalities.
No.
He's nothing off the air like he is on the air.
He's just nothing off the air.
Well, let's be fair, Ann. I have one personality on the air, no personality.
Right, just nothing off the
I
air.
didn't want to say that.
Yeah. I'm
But
just
you're not a bad person off the air. You're just...
not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, tired. I'm like a prostitute.
And he's
Just
that
to
way with
sell my
everybody
personality.
every night. It's not like just a bad night.
No, but I like to think I don't exude any sort of evil aura or anything. I'm not aloof
You're
or
just plain.
just plain, right?
Yeah.
Blend right in.
Plain?
Yep. Really, there's nothing exciting about me.
Well, we'll
And
have
he's
to...
not funny.
Not funny at all.
Okay. Yeah, you are, really.
No, in real life.
Not
If I
really.
had really good news, Adam would be the last person I would look forward to telling to because he has no
He'd blow it for you.
expression.
He'd ruin it for you.
He'd be like, oh, it's
You know, I
nice.
was about to say that hurts, but then I was relieved. Oh, good.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
No,
Okay.
hold on.
A friend of mine had told me about ephedrine.
Mm.
And they were selling little packets of this ephedrine over the counter.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't called ephedrine. They were called mini-thins.
It came in many different forms, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, it was 25 milligrams of
And you know why they took all the ephedrine off the market?
Well, no, I don't know why.
Because people were dying.
Oh, really?
Yes. Sudden cardiac death, strokes, various things.
Well,
Heart attack.
Small price to pay for a tight ass, though, isn't it, Drew?
yeah, but it doesn't get tight unless you exercise with it.
Mm.
But I started taking it,
Uh-huh.
and I started losing a lot of weight. I mean, a lot of weight, noticeable. You know, other people were noticing I was losing a lot of weight.
Ephedrine is the chemical that is the precursor of amphetamine.
Is it hard to sleep when you're on that?
No, I would
Why
take
not?
it before I went to work, and I would
Wears off in about 4 to 6 hours.
Jeez,
and I would
gotta
come
get some
home
of this.
and go right to sleep. But it would give me a lot of energy. I didn't have any heart. I have been prone for heart palpitations.
Well, what's your question?
Oh, the question is, what does ephedrine have to do with weight loss? I mean,
It's a stimulant. It's like I said, it's a cousin of amphetamine.
Well, how come not caffeine doesn't do it?
Caffeine can do it, but it's not nearly as strong.
And I'm just wondering if maybe because I had another baby, my metabolism could have changed, and it's not the ephedrine at all.
No, ephedrine will suppress your appetite a little bit. Stimulants will suppress appetite. That's
Because
just.
I had a lot of energy.
Well, it's a stimulant. It's speed.
Oh.
It's a cousin of speed, amphetamine.
And what does it do? I mean, does it have anything? Could it be harming my kidneys?
Hold on, let me just take a guess here. Donna, are you a drug counselor? No?
I could be. Are you having any problems?
Well, I wouldn't come to you.
No.
Are you kidding? Drew told you 8 times its speed. Yeah, but why do I feel so peppy?
Well, I was, I didn't know if it was a form of speed or not. All I know was that they were saying they weren't going to be carrying him anymore, and,
Because it elevates blood pressure, causes strokes, causes heart attacks. Even
Why?
small
How
ones.
come you don't want to eat when you're sped up that way? I mean, it doesn't. Let me ask you this, Drew. When one has speed in one system, it doesn't. Does it speed up your metabolism?
Yes, somewhat.
It does.
It increases the rate of
But that's not why you lose weight, is it?
Because you don't want to eat. It
You don't want to
suppresses
eat.
your appetite.
Why? And why does pot makes you want to?
Pot makes you want to because it raises, lowers blood sugar rapidly and raises
but
insulin levels.
it-
Speed is a totally different mechanism.
Here's a corollary: the pot slows you down, and the speed speeds you up. And it seems like the slower you get, the more you want to eat, and the faster you get.
It's not necessarily true. It really is an effect on insulin and blood sugar with pot that causes the appetite increase. But with the suppression of appetite for amphetamines, it is a neurologic event. It is a suppression of the hypothalamus and the dopamine mechanisms in the central areas of the brain.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think anybody knows exactly what the mechanism is.
Okay. Lorenzo.
58. Yeah, what's going on, Adam?
It's 21. What's going on there? You filming a Lucy episode?
Yeah. No, I just had a comment for you first.
What's going on in the background there?
My buddy was watching TV, but he took off.
Well, it's pretty funny. Was that a sitcom?
Letterman.
No.
Kind of sucks.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
I used to like that show.
It's all right sometimes, but, I was watching you on Love Lines on TV.
Yeah.
You get a haircut, man. You're starting to look like a chia pet.
I did get a haircut, actually.
All
So those are all shows from like 6-8 months ago.
Well, those were shows for the late 60s when I was
Sean Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson? Yeah. Yeah, everyone looks like a chia pet next to him, though. I mean, he's got that short
I
crop,
thought you grew it
too.
in lieu of the holidays, but
No, listen, there's no rhyme or reason. Those are all repeats. Those were done, most of them were done in the summer of 68, I think, when I was a roadie for the Love and Spoonful.
does that mean you guys are canceled now, or what?
No, we're back. God knows we're back. We got to film 3 of those bastards tomorrow. But my hair's going to look good. And I got a new wardrobe. I don't look like a retarded counselor to snowboard camp.
Look like a psycho.
Yeah, now I'm looking good. All right, so what's your question?
Perfect. My girlfriend's pregnant, and I want to know how I should break the news to my mom.
How old's your girlfriend?
18.
And is your mom going to hit the wall?
Nah, she just always kind of looked up to me. All my sisters, both my sisters had kids out of wedlock, and she told me, do it right, look at your sisters, this and that.
Oh, well.
So I didn't take the advice, I guess.
Yeah. Where's your dad?
My dad and my mom never got married.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so, I guess it'd be the same situation that she was in, but...
Mom's leading by example, as usual. Here's the deal with parents. They can tell you till they're blue in the face what to do and how to do it, but ultimately, you end up just doing what they did.
That's right. Humans model their parents' behavior.
All right, so what about getting married to her and then telling your mom?
Nah, there's no way that could happen.
Why?
Because I'm going to school and this and that and all the other fun stuff.
Well, you're going to have a kid.
Junior college can't wait?
What is it the marriage is going to do for you that the kid is not?
What's a marriage going to do for me in the first place?
What junior college?
She's already pregnant.
What junior college you going to, Lorenzo?
Rather not say.
Which one? Pierce? My God, we're in like 55 cities. I know a Pierce alum.
Perfect.
Yeah. Pierce is great because not only is it junior college, but it's in the deep West Valley. People in the deep West Valley are hurting anyway. I mean, even the people going to Northridge are morons, but then you put a junior college there. It's scary.
Where you at?
What's wrong with the Valley?
Oh, please. It's a mecca for
There are
idiots.
losers over in your part.
The Valley, I grew up in the Valley.
Oh.
It is just, it's turned into it just turned into a
but over by
landfill.
Valley College is worse.
Valley College may even be worse than Pierce.
It is. Yeah, it is.
But Valley, because Valley is the name Valley, right in the word, right in college. Whoa,
Sucks, I know.
frightening. All right, so you're a Brahma bull.
Yep.
Okay, so Lorenzo, I think you better just come out and tell Mom.
All right.
What are you going to do? She's got to find out.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
It's only like a month, so I got a couple of months, I guess.
Think about getting married and having a family because that's what the child's going to need.
How about getting an abortion?
Nah, it's out of the question.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to live with that later on in life.
Because you're like a good Catholic guy?
Nah, not Catholic. Just
Okay.
Well,
morals.
But you could live with not being an adequate parent.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll be adequate.
Okay, that's it. Well, you got to set your goals high. You have something to strive for. Being adequate. Let's all see if we can raise the bar to adequate.
Hey, if we could just do that, Adam, I would be delighted.
I know. No ass. That would be when I run for president. That's going to be my campaign slogan. It will not be, excellence.
It will not be a chicken every pot. It'll be just adequacy, please.
Yeah, it'll be, if I get elected, I promise a couple of chicken parts in each pot and a half a car in every garage.
Just adequate parents. That's all it takes.
Yeah, listen, I don't need anyone to invent any cures for anything. I don't need anyone to send their kids to finishing school. Just don't have your kids be prostitutes or killers. Please. Parents, absolutely. Listen to me. Your kids do exactly what you do. You tell them till you're blue in the face about commitment, marriage, so on and so forth. You didn't marry Papa, neither is your daughter. That's it. All right.
I'm starting.
To Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on Loveline.
Yes. That is my main man, John Effin Hyatt.
A shudder went through
Play
your
that
body.
one more
Yeah,
time, would you, please?
Hey, this is John Hyatt, and you're listening to Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on Loveline.
Yes. Oh, and
Where'd you put the picture?
It is on my mantelpiece.
Is it? Does it look nice?
Oh, looks beautiful.
Oh, God.
That is John Hyatt. Ann got me a lovely, John and I took a picture afterward, and Ann blew it up and framed it, and, I was moist when she handed me that. That will be the kind of thing that will be with me forever, Ann. I will look at that every day. Yes. And, see, look, I'm showing some emotion. All right, that's enough. We're plumb out of show. We got a big fat week planned tomorrow. Next week. Ann, didn't you do something? You did, right? We got a big, lot of fun guests next
Yeah, we
week.
have Michelle Phillips coming up.
Oh, the mamas and the pops.
Yeah.
Barbara Bach.
Catherine.
Catherine Bach, excuse me.
Yeah, she's coming up.
Who is Barbara Bach?
It's Ringo Starr's ex-wife.
Yeah. They're like almost the same person to me.
No.
Although I'd rather have Barbara.
Poe.
Poe.
Oh, there we
You
go.
love the Poe.
Man, do I love that Poe.
Yep.
They're-
She loves you.
There's just nobody nicer than Poe. She's such a delight. I
Yeah.
ran into her at the Acoustic Christmas a few weeks ago. I don't know if you saw her.
I was with you.
All right, I told you I was all effed up.
She was going to write the script for us by the time she saw us next time.
Oh, good. Well, maybe she'll have a draft of our detective series, Coffee and Donuts, we're working on. All right, so I want to thank the beautiful Lisa, lovely Sherry, the Angular One producer, Ann, and, of course, the One Nut Wonder, Engineer Mike, for doing a wonderful job as usual. So until next time, Sam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.